I am the Lonely Necron, and welcome to my basement. So last year, I mixed up some of my factions and made new warbands and put them against each other in a tournament of random. Worked out kind of well, and I had a lot of fun doing it. So I'm gonna do the same thing this year. Mixed up 9 of my factions, made them into new warbands. We're gonna do like a league of random, and play against each other over the course of the year. And at the end of the year, we'll do a battle of the top 2 and a battle of the bottom 2, and I probably won't have a trophy of any sort, but I'll feel better knowing who won. So I mixed them all up, and I gave one each to HQ Troop, Elite, Fast Attack, and Heavy Support. And yeah, it should be a good time. Alright, so here we have today's random board. Just a whole handful of things that I just have laying around. Some of the stuff I don't think I've ever actually used it before. Nice little 4x4 section to watch 2 groups of people trying to kill themselves. Alright, so this is the last team to actually fight Team Cadian Command Squad. Led by this Cadian Command Squad. The Cadian commander has a plasma pistol, a power sword. The troop choice for these guys are these 10 Drakari Witches. Fast attack, we have 3 Eldar Windriders. They all have the cannon, the shuriken cannon. Yep. Elites, we have 10 Gene Stealers. They have toxin sacks, but not the extended carapaces. And then heavy support, we have a Locust Heavy Destroyer with an Enmitic Exterminator. I'm voting for these guys to win just because I'm in love with the Guard right now, and I will always vote for Necrons. Their opponent for the day is Team Chaos Lord. These guys lost their first battle, so maybe they'll do better this game. Led by a Chaos Lord, he has a Thunderhammer and a Plasma Pistol. His troop choice are 3 Cataphren Breachers. Just whatever their stock is. I think it's the Heavy Arc Rifle and the Torsion Claw. Elites, we have 5 Lich Guard with the Sword and Shield. Fast attack, we have 5 Drakari Scourges. 4 of them have the Shard Carbines, and then the... What the hell is the Allurus? No, that's somebody else. I can never remember the Solarite. Maybe it's the Solarite. Either way, the head thing has the Agonizer and a Blast Pistol. In heavy support, we have a mech gun with a Bubble Chucka. And that's Team Chaos Lord. I'd like the Lich Guard to survive because they're definitely like one of my oldest Necron units, but I still want Cadian Command Squad guys to win, so we'll see how it goes. I'm going to roll deployment, set these guys up, and we're about to have a hell of a good game. So the Cadian Command Squad won the deployment roll, and they chose the middle of this left side. So we've got the Command Squad there, with the Heavy Destroyer to the left, Wind Riders and Witches to the right. And then Gene Stealers with their Vanguard deployment. They're about 13 inches away from the deployment zone, so they're definitely far enough. So it does put the Chaos Lord on the other side. We've got the Cataphren Breachers on the far left there. Chaos Lord himself in between the mech gun and the side of the building. Lich Guard here on the far right. And then the Scourges are just flying around overhead, waiting to drop down at the opportune moment. Unfortunately, the Chaos Lord did not manage to roll to steal, so we'll start with Team Cadian Command Squad. For movement, Alright, so the witches, the wind riders, and the cadian command squad all advanced. The wind riders got really far. The locust heavy destroyer just moved forward. These gene stealers also just moved forward. Shooting, I'm not entirely sure if the heavy destroyer has range, but let me do a quick measurement on that. Alright, so yeah, he was definitely in range. Well, I say definitely, he was kind of sort of in range. Managed to do 1 point of damage to the Lich Guard. So for charging, the Gene Stealers are going to charge into the Cataphrone Breachers. That was ridiculous. So the Gene Stealers made their charge. They didn't take it. The Breachers didn't even hit them in Overwatch. And the Gene Stealers just fucking mauled them. Rendered them in. Like any part of Biomass, they definitely got it. They overkilled those guys. Like, there was a whole lot of death here. The Breachers are now all dead. Alright, well, that'll make it the Chaos Lord's turn. Now that he's got all these Gene Stealers on his left. Let's see what he does with that. So, movement. Alright, well, I read somewhere battle plans rarely last through first contact with the enemy or something like that. It's pretty true here. I had a pretty good idea of what I wanted these guys to do on their first turn. And I gotta throw those plans away because no longer are there Cataphrone Breachers. Alright, so the Lich Guard regained their health from the Living Metal. They pretty much just swapped places with the Chaos Lord. The Lord advanced over and the Lich Guard just moved over a little bit. The Met Gun's gonna stay where it's at. And with the loss of the Breachers, it was kind of necessary to bring the Scourges in. So they came in over here. About a foot away from the, 9 inches away from the Witches, so. I didn't want to do that, but here we are. Alright, no Psychers on either side, so that's never a worry. So we'll do some shooting instead. So the Met Gun tried to shoot at the Locust Heavy Destroyer and failed to hit. And the Scourges over here killed 3 of the Witches. I mean, at least somebody killed something. That's something to be happy about. So for charges, these Lich Guard are going to charge into the Gene Stealers. That was super satisfying. Lich Guard made their charge. They killed 9 of them. And then the last one ran away. It's like sweet, sweet revenge. Like, almost, because of just all their cybernetics and their robotics and the fact that they did indeed have the Void Dragon shard, in Mars all that time. It's almost like sometimes I feel like the AdMech are the weird offshoot thingy of the Necrons, thanks to the contamination of the Void Dragon shard. That being said, that does make it the cadian command team turn. So the Wind Riders have gotten really far forward. The Witches and the cadian command squad both advanced forward around the structure. And the Locust Heavy Destroyer is heading over to take on the Scourges. Thankfully, the Wind Riders are in range, so they can finally get some shooting in, so let's do some shooting. Well, the Locust Heavy Destroyer managed to kill off 2 of the Scourges. Unfortunately for the Wind Riders, the Lich Guard saved really, 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 really well. No charges from these guys, so that'll take us to Team Chaos Lord. And movement. The Lich Guard are moving over towards the Wind Riders. The Chaos Lord is advanced, heading over towards the Cadian Command Squad. That gun's probably never going to move. And the Scourges have just moved over a little bit to try and keep pace-ish with the Witches. So, on to shooting. One of the things that I love the most about the mech gun, the Bubble Chukka, is the unpredictability of the shot. You know, it's a D3, you never know what you're going to get. Most of the time when you need it for infantry, it's going to give you the armor one, and when you need it for vehicles, it's going to give you the infantry one, but this time it kind of lucked out, and it rolled the infantry one. The mech gun here managed to kill off all 4 of the veterans that were over here, so now it's just the Cadian commander. Scourges managed to kill off a couple more of these witches, whittling those guys down over there. So for charges, the Lich Guard are going to definitely charge into the Wind Raiders there. The Lich Guard made their charge, didn't suffer any overwatch, and completely destroyed the Eldar. These things are crazy good tonight, or the dice just really like... Okay, now the dice really like the Necrons, so... Yep. These guys have killed 2 full units by themselves. That's ridiculous. Alright, well that'll take it over to Team Cadian Commander, all alone, without his veterans. Movement. Alright, so the Locust Heavy Destroyer is just going to hang out where it's at, and the Witches and Cadian Commander advance forward. So, shooting phase. The Locust Heavy Destroyer killed off 2 more of the Scourges, leaving just the Solarite alive. So the Cadian Commander and the Witches advanced, so they cannot charge, so that's the end of this guy's turn. So that'll put it back on over to Team Chaos Lord for movement. Things are starting to look pretty grim for Team Cadian Command Squad. Chaos Lord moved up and got a whole lot closer to the Cadian Commander. The Met Gun's just gonna chill back here. The Lich Guard moved up and closed the distance between them and the Witches. And the Solarite moved closer over to the Locust Heavy Destroyer. Alright, well, we do have some shooting to do, so let's see if we can kill off that Destroyer back there. Alright, so the Scourge and the Met Gun, between the 2 of them, managed to kill off the Locust Heavy Destroyer, and that was super awesome. The Met Gun's really pulling its weight this game. The Cadian Commander actually made his invulnerable save against the Plasma Pistol shot, which was also pretty amazing. Alright, so charging, which will be the Lich Guard into the Witches, and the Chaos Lord into the Cadian Commander. So everybody made their charges, nobody took any damage from Overwatch. The Lich Guard very handily cut down the remaining Witches. The Chaos Lord, he definitely killed the Cadian Commander and probably violated him with the Thunderhammer. It was just a whole lot of excessive damage. A whole lot. Well, that means that Team Chaos Lord has won this game, which is good. These guys came into the game 0-1, and now they're 1-1. So, yay, Team Chaos Lord. Not the team I wanted to win, but, you know, the Lich Guard did really good. The Mech Gun did really good. kind of panicked a little bit and brought the Scourges in, but they kept the Locust Heavy Destroyer busy, so I think it worked out pretty well. If you made it to the end of the video, I do appreciate it. There'll probably be another one of these coming on the heels of this one. Yeah, I do appreciate everybody watching. I especially appreciate the ideas for killing off a Baneblade. I'll probably have to proxy in a Mutilus Vortex Beast, but it is what it is. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.